Okay, we are back in this. This is the actual podcast. I don't know how many I've done so far, but there's quite a bit. It is 4:45 p.m. on September 25th, 2023. My dog is chilling. I'm actually at home. This is actually my birthday. And I flew from Seattle to Houston this morning, 12 o'clock Seattle time, 4-hour trip. And then getting home at 6 o'clock, getting getting to the airport at 6, getting home about 9 o'clock, I believe. So I wanted to get here early enough so I can see my kids off to school, but there's a lot of traffic, and I was surprised that there's a lot of traffic. What's up? Oh, cool, cool. I'm recording right now, okay? I'll be done soon, okay? Okay. I'll help you soon. Give me some minutes, okay? Of course. Thank you, Logan. Okay. Thank you, big boy. He's a really smart guy. So I came home, saw my wife, talked to her for a little bit, took a shower. I was going to chill. That did not happen. I was going to chill. what else did I do? But that did not happen. I did have some coffee to roast. I do need to get that order out tomorrow. $120 worth of beans. Um, that was completed. And I just kept doing more and more things. And I picked up my kids early too, because I just wanted to see them. Pretty cool kids, you know. I'm sure we get on each other's nerves from time to time, but they're cool cats. And they're chilling right now. I actually told them to not worry about going to karate today. They'll go Thursday. And yeah. So I did that. Try to rest a little bit later. That really didn't happen. Um oh yeah, that's right. When I started up my roaster, everything was mostly fine, and then it just started to turn off. So I don't know what's going on. Hopefully it's the pro hopefully it's the propane tank, but I don't know. I did switch them. Hopefully it's not that same mechanism that I changed over a year ago. It's hard work to actually do. But it's a lot of parts to take out, downtime, and I believe things are going to be picking up quite a bit. I also got notice on my status on a couple of things, so I did submit that. Let me check on it while I have you here. Yeah, just showing open, but I did have an email, and I did give the lady some more information that she was requesting. So we'll see how that goes. But other than that, um, my roaster, hopefully I don't have to do that thing again. I mean, it is wear and tear. It is what it is, but it's not the time to play around with this type of with this type of stuff. So took a lot of medicine, under the weather, feeling a lot better, but it's still mostly there. I think the sleep is going to help out quite a bit. Being horizontal in your bed, taking some NyQuil, I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, the trip. I went to Seattle. I left last Wednesday to go to Seattle. And get there. Caught up with two of my brothers. One of them that lives in Denmark. Uh, the other guy is a really cool guy. Um, Stayed at his house for quite a bit. They went out for a little bit to go get some steaks. We smoked the steaks, grilled them, do a reverse sear, and what else did we do? We did a lot of stuff. We were in Seattle for a couple of days, and then we went to Toronto. I keep saying Toronto. I want it to be Toronto. Toronto. It was Vancouver. It's about 2 hour drive, but when we went there, it took about 4 to 5 hours. We ended up getting some food, went to a bar for a little bit, and took it easy for Friday. Coldplay was in town. That's why the hotels were expensive. And yeah, so that's what we did. Yeah. Saturday, there were more people that came from Seattle. My friends that live in Seattle. It was good to catch up with them for a little bit. We had steaks. We went ahead and celebrated a couple of birthdays. So yeah, so it was good times. No complaints whatsoever. Uh, yeah. I did leave early, so I didn't have to pay for some of the stuff. Well, we went to see the Starbucks Reserve, and that was really cool actually. Minus the fentanyl homeless people having a the fentanyl lean, as the friend will call it, getting just stuck. And then we didn't stay too long in downtown Seattle. Most people live in like different, I would call them boroughs, like New York. So that's people hang out where they hang out, and each section place had their own unique style. In Toronto, in Vancouver, we did go to a couple coffee shops. He did give me a couple ideas. And when we went to the reserve in Seattle, like I believe it was the second day, he gave me a good idea calling the podcast Black Coffee Snob, Black Coffee Snob, something like that. The Black Coffee Snob. Hopefully it's not out, but I think I'm gonna use that. Say something like if it is out, 'cause not everybody knows about Everyday Beans yet. Is the Black Coffee Snob brought to you by Everyday Beans, something like that if it's taken. So I have some cool ideas. My brother gave me some concepts to challenge me, and it was a good trip. It was a good trip to like not do too much. Ironically speaking, the coffee wasn't really good. I'm sure there's some spots that, of course, we didn't go to, that were really good, but there's a lot of light roast. Just light roast or dark roast, and dark roast was Starbucks, and it didn't taste like anything as usual. But yeah, I don't really know where this is going, this particular podcast, this episode, but I just wanted to talk. And one of the things that I am going to be talking about more is schedules, challenging myself, and being able to put out more information for you all. We'll talk more about gear or what do you want out of your coffee, where to get my coffee, and all that good stuff. But I do want to set the groundwork of you getting to know more who I am and how does that relate to you and how does that help you. So right now, I'm just talking about certain things, and it's pretty cool. I do like the transition, the things that I'm working on, and how it ultimately still comes back down to you. I don't know you yet, but I'm looking to get to know you more with podcasting in person, with YouTube, with I really don't, sorry the word, I'll say it anyway. I don't really fuck around with Instagram much. I do post, but not much there. And I think as things go on, I will get a better sense of what you would like to see. But I really just want to get my wealth of experience and knowledge out there. I believe I do have a very unique way of going about things because I'm not a, so to speak, a traditionalist. I'm an engineer by trade, project management. I've done a lot of other stuff in my life. So I believe that helps carry over to a unique perspective of coffee and how it will help you or entertain you or whatever else you want to get out of it. But I do want to be the gateway, you know, solar system for you. And again, I have no clue what that really looks like. Um, it gets to the point, a lot of times that, you plan, and then when you stop planning, you don't do. So I'd rather just deal with the hiccups as they come along, get better, refine, pivot if I need to. But you will see the end product as it is. You're part of the journey, a journey that really doesn't have a destination. And I'm sure a lot of times we like to have a beginning and an end. We don't worry about so much what's happening in the middle. But you know damn well that the middle is a sweet spot. That's where you really want to be. So this helps me get to the middle, stay in the middle as long as possible. And yeah, I didn't even buy any coffee when I was in Seattle or Vancouver. I told this one barista, which is true, is I'm just chasing this one cup of coffee. I will know it when I see it, but I haven't found it. Even coffee that I roast hundreds of different ways, they're really decent coffees, but still, that one cup of coffee that's eluding me for the longest. It's been a couple of years, and I'm trying to find that again. And again, it was interesting getting that take from my brother and a friend about coffee, what they taste, and yeah, I can give them the notes too. but it's more interesting to see what they actually taste. And my brother felt that they all tasted the same, which I felt the same way too. So, what does that really mean for you? How does that help you? That's where I'm getting at, you know? I don't know what it looks like, but I think we're going to get there together in our own way, our own journey, our own perspective of what coffee looks like to us. Or sometimes it can just be like, I like this coffee because I could put cream and sugar on it. I like the way it makes me feel at this time. This could be my sad coffee. You know how like weed, marijuana has so many different dispensaries. I can't say that word. That's bad, but whatever. They have so many different options out there depending on where you're at. And they talk about mood, horniness, just different things like that to give you the product that you really want or need. And they try to you could do that also with coffee to an extent. But sometimes it's just like I just want this coffee because I'm about to fall asleep, you know? So that's also a good thing too. Or in the case of this weekend, which was really nice, is to connect with friends and family in person beyond, alcohol. We did do a couple of espresso martinis, and that gave me a good idea of what's next. But yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. One of the things I am going to be working on is coming up with a schedule with my podcast. Uh, I think later on it'll be more evident and true of you seeing what I'm doing, but behind the scenes, that's more so that's more so for me is putting things down on the schedule and executing them. I believe the next thing is to start to play around with the editing software, which I'll do this week. But yeah, so that's what I got going. We'll see where it goes from here. I do need to feed my kids because they're actually hungry and they actually eat better that way too. Hopefully, I don't fall asleep either, but that's what's going on. If you want to say happy birthday to me, that's cool. If you don't, that's cool too.